Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Toy Story from Pixar. This is a movie that started it all, at least in the feature film realm. Yes, there was little shorts and stuff they had made over the years, but this is Pixar's first feature in a long line of instant classics. It runs an hour and 22 minutes. It's from 1995. That means it's 25 years old as of this year. It's just mind blowing. Honestly, we know that there's been three sequels, and it follows the same set of characters, and they've actually evolved through those films. It's kind of neat to see Tim Allen and Tom Hanks team up again and again, and a wide variety of actors that we know and love coming together into one film. I mean, talk about knocking it out of the park, casting wise, right off the bat. Mr. Potato Head is I can't say his name. Don Rickles. Oh, my brain, not good. Jim Varney is a Slinky Dog. He didn't live to make all the films. The later ones somebody else did the voice. But Jim Varney is Slinky Dog. Wallace Shawn is Rex. John Ratzenberger, the Lucky Charm of Pixar, who is in every Pixar film, even just a little tiny voice, but he plays the Piggy Bank. Bo Peep, Annie Potts, remember her from Ghostbusters. So we got just an amazing cast right off the bat. It's sort of almost unmatched from even any Pixar movie since. It's a milestone for animation. Even though if you look at it now, try watching this and then watching Toy Story 4 right after it. It feels like a million years old. And by technology standards, yes, 25 years is technically like 200 years in normal evolution because technology changes so fast. It's the quality of the animation in this, even though it's groundbreaking in 1995, and it's still groundbreaking considering what they had to work with back then compared to what is available now. They do some amazing things, but you can see the difference in the animation. Mostly, what I look at when I see these things is the faces, the inside the mouths, the shading on the around the eyes and things like that. It shows a very sort of glassy, and yes, I mean they're plastic toys and they're supposed to look plastic, but even more so in the humans. Because we see Sid, we see Andy, we see his mom and his sister, and they almost look like toys in comparison. If you look at Andy, as we did in Toy Story 3 a couple days ago or weeks ago, I lost all track of time. Toy Story 3, we had Andy. Yes, he's all grown up, but holy cow, he almost looks human. Yes, he's animated, but he is so much less stiff. Since there's no, in 1995 they were showing when the actors when the human characters move around, they didn't have a whole lot of weight to their movement, how their feet hit the ground. We have a certain level of, we can suspend disbelief for the toys when Woody is running or Buzz is are moving around. We know that they're toys. We know that they don't move as normal humans do because they have a certain flexibility and articulation that we don't have. But when you see a human like Andy or Sid move around a scene, it doesn't look realistic, obviously, in this film, and that's okay. But again, back then, it was absolutely mind blowing to see a movie like this, and with not just technologically, but with story, with character, having so much heart, and giving us a glimpse into a world that we've always those of us who played with action figures, like myself, an awful lot of action figures as a kid, kind of wondering if they all came alive. And even if you didn't ever wonder that, it puts it in your head when you're like, oh man, all the crap I did to my toys, what if they are alive? And that it's a unique little world that I think they tapped into, that it's a new realm of imagination. Let's get cheesy with it. But yeah, it's a work of art. You get Randy Newman's music running throughout it, whether you like him or not. It's tied intrinsically with the Toy Story franchise as much as Tom Hanks or Tim Allen. You can't have a Toy Story movie without with his music. So yeah, it's there's a number of different things that I realized watching this again for the first time in many years. I honestly can't remember what when the last time I saw this, but we know that the toys go limp. Andy's home. Andy's coming. Everybody goes limp, and they become the toys we know: inactive, docile, unliving. But you always kind of wondered if that's just something that automatically is built into them, or it's something they choose. And it's definitely something they choose, because I forgot about the entire sequence where, in order to escape Sid's room, Woody states right off the bat, they got to break some rules to make this escape happen. And it involves almost being caught by a little sister, and definitely facing up to Sid in the backyard when he's about to blow up Buzz Lightyear. So Woody coming right out and and threatening Sid and telling him how things are, that the toys are live and the toys are watching. And even though it's, his pull string voice that's saying it, and then just whipping into camera his face and it moving and just freaking the kid out. That kid had to have so many psychological issues after that. Like, I hope he got therapy. I know he ended up, if you watch Toy Story 3 like we did a few weeks ago, he's a garbage man. So he's got a job. That's good. He's not just like conspiracy theories on the internet kind of guy. Maybe he is, but he at least has a productive job. So that's good. Because he's wearing the same t-shirt too. Same t-shirt. Who wears the same t-shirt all the time? Yeah, so I'm not telling you something that you don't already know, because Toy Story is a classic for a reason. Whether you love it for the animation, or you love it for the characters, you love it for the story, the music, or just looking for all the little Easter eggs and things like that throughout. There is definitely a little Star Wars vibe. Sid has definitely chosen the Empire as his allegiance, let's just say, because he threatens Woody to talk. He's interrogating him, and he tell me where the rebel spies are. He's got that vibe going. But yeah, I mean, there's such a deep dive. A113, as we know, shows up in all Pixar films, is definitely on the license plate of Mom's car minivan. Pizza Planet, gosh, when the kids are playing at the birthday party, the Pixar ball rolls through. I mean, those are the basic ones. You can figure out what the rest of them are. My brain immediately just blanked as soon as the camera came on about most of the things I wanted to say about this. But yeah, it's by the way, it's a John Lasseter original story, but I forgot that Joss Whedon, he got actually top billing as the writers. I mean, yes, I know he wrote it, but he didn't write it alone. But I always thought he was sort of hey, I'm doing a punch-ups, I'm doing all the other stuff. I've took my pass at it, but he's listed first when I saw the credits. I totally forgot all about that. So, yes, Joss Whedon, Toy Story. So he has a long history with Disney, even before Buffy the Vampire Slayer. How about that? Yeah. So, yeah, it's you know what you get when you get a Pixar film. It's very rare that you get a stinker. Cars do. So I'm I hope I kind of Toy Story 4. A lot of people, it was controversial for a lot of people. I kind of hope they stop with that, even though I love the characters. I kind of hope they don't make any more, because can you get lucky 5 times, 6 times? It's tough. It's really tough. Ask the Star Wars people about how people react And if they've already been upset by Toy Story 4, just think how they'll act with 5 when somebody doesn't, Mr. Potato Head gets a new ear or something, and they'll just freak out. I don't know. People like to be upset about the dumbest things. But how can you hate Toy Story? I'm looking forward to watching 2 and eventually adding 4 to the list when I refresh the list, because it was just added this summer. So we're going to definitely watch that one because I enjoyed it. But we'll talk about that when it comes around on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. All right, let's pick. Did I miss anything? I feel like there's more I need to say about this. This is a lot shorter than half of my other ones that talk about Cloud9 or other shows and movies that aren't up my alley. But I mean, what can I tell you about Toy Story that you don't already know or appreciate? So let's pick tomorrow's and see what we come up with. 750. Oh, geez, we're staying in the 700s. 750. Oh. Okay. I'm not sure which one. This is probably animated, because yeah, it's definitely animated, because there was a live action related to this character that has a different name. Anyway, we've seen a lot of this character over the last few months on Disney Plus. But here we go once again, diving in with Winnie the Pooh from 2011. Winnie the Pooh. Can't get enough Pooh, 100 Acre Woods. All right, I'll see you back here tomorrow with Winnie the Pooh, the 2011 film. It's the movie. It's not a short. It's not a series. It's a movie from 2011. I'll see you back here tomorrow.